here today with my wax empties for the week. If you'll remember, this was Risky Week, or as Charity was calling it, Risky Business Week. And we had some risky scents, some scents that we weren't really sure of on Cold Sniff, scents that we didn't think we liked. And what we were trying to do is use up some scents in our stash that wasn't really calling our name and move it through, try it, see if we liked it, and move it through. So I think that was a challenging week for all of us. It was a lot of fun. Drew has picked a lot of very fun weekly challenges, I guess, or themes for us. And yeah, so I did get through a lot of wax like I typically do. Not all of them were great. And did I find any that I would say I want to repurchase? You'll have to stay tuned and listen and find out. So I want to welcome you if you're new to the channel. I hope you decide to stick around and subscribe down below. And I want to welcome you back, or if you're a returning visitor or subscriber, I'm so glad that you are a part of this channel. Okay, so let's see. In the bathroom, it was kind of a struggle to get through a lot of stuff because it's just such a small warmer. And I had quite a few scents in there. So I got through a couple of them, but there are some still in progress. And I don't know if I'm going to put them away for another time or what I'm going to do. We'll see. So I had this lavender lemon from K's. This was actually not that bad. It was a lot more lemony to me, and the lavender kind of took a back seat. This one was not bad. I don't need a ton of lavender scents, but, you know, some of them were kind of bad. Let's just say that. So it wasn't bad. We had Febreze from Hayden Rowe. This was pleasant. I don't know how much I need of this because I have a lot of bathroom scents and I'm trying to work through them, but this was not as strong as I thought it was going to be. So I was pleasantly surprised. This was nice. All right, then we had Rose Girls Lavender Linen and Sweater Weather. This one was on the cologne side to my nose. I don't really know why. It's probably the Sweater Weather is kind of a masculine type of blend. I wouldn't need more of this, but again, this wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. And we had the Pharmacist Daughter, I Love You So Much, I believe, and it was Salty Sea Air and Bubblegum. I didn't get bubblegum on this. I mostly got Salty Sea Air, and it was a very light blend, so I wouldn't get that one again. So none of those were terrible. That was good. It wasn't like I was thinking, oh my gosh, I have to get these out of the warmers. So that's at least a good sign. I didn't have coffee in here because there are no coffee scents, quite frankly, typically, that I don't really like, and I tend to reorder the ones that I like or that I know. I mean, L3 has some of my favorite coffee blends, so I tend to order from her. I also like Ava's. So, you know, I've kind of used through those because I typically melt coffee. So I didn't have much, but I did pull these out. These were from last week, actually. So I thought, well, I'll just use these. Coffee Tree from Scentsy. It was a Bring Back My Bar. This is not a true coffee to me. I say this all the time. It smells like it has like Tonka in it or something. So it's not in my club. I'm going to use up what I have, and then that would be it. And this Tuscany Cafe Olay, these are typically pretty light, I guess, and they don't last super long. This wasn't bad, actually, and did pretty well, and combined with what I had left of the Coffee Tree, it worked out pretty nicely, and I enjoyed this. So yeah, I'd probably pick up another one of those. All right. Moving on to the bedroom scents, I had this pucker left over from the Bathing Garden, energizing blend of lemon, orange, tangerine, and grapefruit. The grapefruit note is what kind of throws me off. I wouldn't need to get this one again. It really comes through, and it almost smells like it's got peach in here, so this would not be a repurchase. Oh gosh, okay, this one I really struggle with. The QE2, which is, I think, Queen Anne 2, or Queen Elizabeth 2. And there are a couple of them in here from Hayden Rowe that have a note in them that I just do not like. It's some kind of fruit. Not really my thing. I would not get this one again. I was on struggle bus with that one and the next two. So Woodstock was another one. This is kind of a fruity floral. Way too floral for my nose. I could not do this one. And Wallace Simpson. This is another one that has like very strange kinds of fruits. I don't know what it is. It almost smells like maybe some peach and grapefruit and all kinds of, I just can't. I can't do it. Some of them that I just don't care for. I mean, I like oranges and lemon, lime, cherry, strawberry, blueberry, but it's like some of the more out of the box maybe kind of fruits don't tend to agree with my nose. All right, we had this Empire Alchemy Vibrance, Sangria Punch, Bergamot Pear, and Marshmallow. I don't tend to like bergamot that much, and pear, most pear scents I don't like. Empire Alchemy doesn't always perform well for me, and this was no exception. I could barely smell this, so either way it's gone. Okay, so then we had this scent, and I did finish this up in my bathroom, American Smoothie from Southbound. This was from the 4th of July sampler. Pink sugar, orange sherbet, and American cream. I don't tend to like American cream that much. This was actually not that bad. This is like the 3rd time I've melted this now. And actually wasn't bad. I don't know if maybe, because I mean, I got this quite a while ago, if it's just had more time to develop and the pink sugar and the orange sherbet took over. I wouldn't get this one again, but actually it was kind of pleasant and I enjoyed it. I did enjoy it. So, okay, so we have a couple more of these scent shot cups. Let's do these first. I have the melted mousse, spiked eggnog, and then in alternating warmers, I did the Little Olive Tree, eggnog, strawberry white cake, frosted sugar cookie. Both of these were extremely light, and I could barely smell it. I mean, it had a slight eggnog scent, so I would not get these again, but, you know, I mean, it wasn't terrible. It just was super, super light. Okay, so then we had this English Oak and Hazelnut from K Scented Melts. This is an odd kind of smell for me. It's definitely kind of a woodsy, outdoorsy type of scent. We did this in my son's bathroom. It wasn't something that I would get again, but we wanted to try some of these types of blends or scents, and I'm glad we tried it, but neither one of us were blown away by it. We did this Sand and S'mores also from K's, and I mixed it with this chocolate cream pie. I don't know if this was supposed to be like a beach nights or beach treats type of blend, but it almost had like a sunscreen component to it. So I wouldn't need to get this one again. I mean, it was different. And I don't know that it was best mixed with this because it was almost like a floral chocolate then. So unfortunately, that was not a good blend. That was my fault though. I thought it would be more like a beach nights type of a thing. We had the Melted Mousse, Purple Cow, grape soda, and vanilla ice cream. This was really nice. I did it in here in the office while I was working, and I would definitely get this one again. And we had a couple more in here. I did this Ava's Country Cupboard, Granny Smith Apple, really nice apple scent. And Tiffany and the Grinch also, I think it's minty, I want to say. Yeah, it's definitely a minty scent. I did that in here, and I have a larger size of this one. So definitely will be melting that one again. All right, so I have my big old stack from the living room. So let's jump into those. We have L3 Waxy Wonders Blueberry Flapjacks. I don't know, a lot of blueberry scents lately have like a weird undertone to them. And I don't know, this was on the lighter side as well. I got this, yeah, this was an older one. So I don't know if I need this particular one again. I have a lot of blueberry scents. So, and I like it, I tend to like it in blends. So I probably wouldn't need that one again by itself. This was Birdie's Making Sense, Blue Raspberry Slushy. My son did this one. He loves this. It's one of his favorites from her. And so, yeah, we would get that one again. And so we have another one here from Rose Girls. This is Yoshi's Island of Yummy. James finally finished this because we did get some of the half pies in the Mario pre-order. It's strawberry jam, wild berry, and swizzle sticks. So he has been holding on to this last bag until he got more. So that was fun. He was able to use that one up. Okay, so we have Lurid Apothecary Red, White, and Blue Snow Cone, which was raspberry, lime, blueberry, and fizz. I don't know. I think it's it's either the raspberry or blueberry had an undertone in it, a floral undertone. And sometimes those berry scents can have that. Unfortunately, this one did. And I was really bummed out because I love those types of scents as long as they don't have floral in them. And so I was kind of sad about that one. I was looking forward to a really nice, fun, fruity, fizzy blend, and it just wasn't. It just wasn't. I don't know. So we had Rose Girls, Tangerine, and Did Somebody Say Frosting. This is Tangerine, Cotton Candy Frosting, Cream Cheese Frosting, Birthday Cake, and Vanilla Bean Noel. I got this back in April. I got a few of these, and I will say these are very light. Normally, Rose Girls does extremely well for me. And, I mean, I have no problem. This one, however, really did not perform and is a bummer. I think I have one more, because I think I bought 4 of these chunk muffins, and unfortunately, they, you know, have all been a little bit kind of like a dud. So, anyway, I will use it up. I wouldn't get that blend again. I don't know if her formula, if there was something going on at that time, but that one just doesn't work for me. We had sugar corn pudding from that Smell Good shop. It says a sweet baked corn concoction. I use this to kind of tame down some cinnamon scents. I don't necessarily like it by itself, but it definitely tames down, you know, a stronger type of scent if you're looking for something like that. All right. We did Birdie's Making Sense, chocolate chip cookies, and then in alternating warmers, I had Birdie's Making Sense Poop, there it is, Count Chocula, and coconut cream pie. I did really like this, and my son absolutely hated it. He just does not like chocolate scents, but I liked it. So these were really, really nice, and yeah, I really enjoyed them. All right, we had Goldberg's from Super Tarts. This is oatmeal scotchies, sugar cookies, and caramel. This scent it's kind of weird. I don't know how much I'm going to buy of this going forward. It's okay. I mean, I guess I get like, it's kind of like cinnamon with some caramel in it. I can't remember my Wax Wednesday order, honestly, at this point. So I'm not sure if I ordered any more of this, but I probably won't buy a ton of it. But it definitely reminds me of oatmeal scotchies cookies. So, you know, I don't need tons of it, but it's not bad. All right, we did Little Llama, the Tipsy Pixie, Snow Fairy, Champagne, and Sugar Plums. This was just odd. I'm not really sure. It was really strange because it almost smelled like champagne toast with a bakery element, and there's nothing in here that has bakery. So it was really, really kind of odd and off-putting. There were times I was like, oh, it's kind of nice, and then other times I was like, I don't know. I would not get this one again. It was just odd. I don't know. This one I should have melted a lot earlier because I think the hype in my mind and my son's mind made this seem like, oh my gosh, we can't melt this because we didn't think we could ever get it again, you know, a recreation. This was one of the smash cakes from Everythingvice from February. It was creamy funfetti cake, cream cheese, buttercream frosting, and blackberry compote. It was mainly like a frosting kind of mixture, and because of that, it was very light. I was expecting this to be like the best thing ever because it smelled so good in the bag, but, you know, we were worried that we would never be able to get any more of this, so we hesitated melting it, you know, and again, it's almost a year old at this point, so I don't know if the strength kind of has dissipated over that amount of time or what, but wasn't as good as I was hoping. Let's put it that way. All right, my son finished this up in his bathroom. Lemon curd from L3. Really nice, really strong. Highly recommend. I would get that again. We had Empire Alchemy Cherry Coconut Bake. Baked cherry, Captain Crunch berries, coconut shortbread, vanilla fudge, and shortbread cookies. This was another one. Their wax is very light for me. You know, I thought with a cherry scent that it would just blow my socks off. It didn't. It was kind of just a pleasant background scent, but not at all strong. So, yeah, that was a bummer. All right, we did Birdie's Making Sense. Oh, Christmas Treat, Oh, Christmas Treat. Gingerbread pie crust and Hansel and Gretel. This one I mixed with zucchini bread by its, you know, like a blend that was by itself or a scent by itself, and it was amazing. So I liked it, but the thing was, I had to blend it with something else in order to make it good. gingerbread scents I really don't need that much of because it's very seasonal for me and they tend to be very spicy. So I liked it the way that I had doctored it up, but I wouldn't need more of it by itself. Like a gingerbread zucchini bread blend would be nice. All right, I finished this up because I was going through my wax pulling scents, and this was an older one I wanted to use. The Melted Mousse, What's Up Doc, Carrot Cake, Cream Cheese Frosting, and What the Carb. This was from last February, and I think it's kind of losing its scent a little bit. I love this from her. It's really, really great scent, and I would totally repurchase. This one, okay, this one might have been the surprise of the week. I don't know. We'll see if there's any more, but this one was not bad. So this one is Teddy B's Pink Lemonade Birthday Cake. Sweet pink lemonade, birthday cake, creamy frosting with tart lemons. So as I know Jessica D had talked about in her video when she hauled this, it doesn't smell like the sweet pink lemonade at all. Yes, we were all kind of hoping for that, but to me, this smelled like a lemon birthday cake with really thick icing. It was nice. I would get it again. It's just not what I thought it would be, but I really liked it. It was very strong, lasted for a long time. So I think this was the surprise hit of the week. I did end up liking that one. Okay, so we had blackberry tea from Beezy's. This one is interesting because I thought this would be super strong. His wax typically is. And this one didn't really blow me out of the house as much as I thought it would. It was a nice kind of blackberry kind of scent. I thought it would be more floral. It transformed. It wasn't bad. I wouldn't get it again, but it kind of surprised me and wasn't as bad as I thought, but it wasn't the hit of the week anyway. All right, this was kind of a struggle as well. Roasted chestnut from Hayden Rowe. Roasted chestnuts, vetiver, cedar, sandalwood, and vanilla. This to me smells, I don't know, it's very woody and almost has like a evergreen, like pine note to it. Yeah, and it's just not something, I think I have another one of these. I thought I was going to absolutely love this, and unfortunately it would be a no. All right, we have The Pharmacist's Daughter, I'm Blushing. It was a huge one of those, like, was it a donut? One of those big, you know, layered donuts. 7-Up pound cake, key lime pie, and iced lemon cookies. This was another strange one. Their wax a lot of times is really, really light for me. And this was light too, but it didn't really smell like what I thought it was going to smell like. I guess I got more key lime out of this than anything else. Wasn't bad. It was not the sour key lime, but it wasn't super strong. It was more of a background kind of scent and was pleasant, just not very, very strong. All right, I have this going right now from Vintage Chic. I just put it on. It's BANANAS, banana caramel cupcakes, banana crepes, and banana nut bread. This is super strong. My son and his girlfriend went out to the movies, and I thought, you know what? I'm going to put this on. He doesn't really love banana scents, so I thought I would put this on for now. He'll come home and be like, why do you have that going? But anyway, so there's that. So, I mean, overall, was not a terrible week. Not bad. And, I mean, there was some scents that, yeah, it was like, ugh, but nothing that made me, you know, run for the hills. I will say I'm filming this on Saturday because we have some family coming over on Sunday. And this will be going in the warmers later tonight. I already have it in my little warmer dishes. So later tonight, it's the Teddy B's Fall Into Christmas. I know it was not a hit for charity. It's the vanilla pumpkin butter rum eggnog and butter cookies. So I'm hoping that this one does better for me. I will report back next week and let you know how it does. But yeah, that's going in the warmers later tonight. So thank you so much for joining me. If you want to stay tuned, I'll give a brief update on James. And otherwise, have a wonderful week. Okay, so like I said, James and his girlfriend went out to see a movie. He's doing really well. So he will be finishing his first round of chemo on Tuesday. That's his spinal chemo that he does. That's always fun because He's got to lay down flat for 48 hours so he doesn't get the spinal headache from that. So, yay. The last time he did not do that, he wasn't understanding the directions, I guess, and sat up and ate. Because what they tell you is like when the first 4 hours, you're supposed to lay flat and not do anything. And he came back from the procedure and had lunch. He figured, well, I'll just eat lunch and then lay down. So he ended up with one of those spinal headaches for quite a while, actually. So we don't want to go through that again. But anyway, so he's going to have, that is the last, I guess that's the last round in this first round of chemo. And then, you know, we're kind of waiting in limbo to find out. I think the doctor has a plan put together. It's just they want us to go to Carmanos, which is here in Michigan, and evaluate him to see if he would be, not that he wouldn't be a good candidate, but want to evaluate him and see if they recommend that he do the bone marrow transplant versus continuing with the chemo regimen and everything. So they want to do an evaluation. They are looking at all of his records, and then they'll check myself and his brother to see if they're a good match. And if not, they can always go through the registry for bone marrow. And they said what they do now, instead of, you know, taking it out of like my hip or whatever, they take it right out of our blood. I don't know how they all do that, but it's a lot less painful for the donor, which was kind of good. So we'll see. I don't know. That's upcoming. And then I know they have a regimen for him that should be, you know, put into place soon in terms of, you know, the next rounds of chemo. So anyway, he is doing really, really well. Platelets are up to, I think they were 215. So normal is 150. So he is back in the normal range. I think his white blood cells are high. His red blood cells are a little bit low, but you know, they're rebounding really, really well. He actually feels great after chemo, which is weird. But I think it's because it's killing off the cells that were crowding all of the other good cells out of his bone marrow. And that made it really hard for, you know, the red blood cells were really low, made it hard for him to breathe. He didn't have, couldn't go up and down stairs as easily. So now he feels great. So I'm really happy about his progress. It's going to be, like I said, it's a marathon, not a sprint. He'll be going through rounds of chemo. We know maybe the next round he won't feel as great. He knows that. He's just ready. He has completely eliminated red meat and pork and chicken out of his diet and is going with mostly plant-based and fish. He does have eggs and cheese, but just not the meat. And I think he got rid of like cow's milk too, but he does eat the cheese and the eggs. So anyway, he's trying to follow like a super healthy diet, very, very low sugar, and just really, take care of himself, get enough rest, get some exercise, and just let his body, try to heal itself in conjunction with the chemo. So thank you so much for all your kind words and your prayers and your love and support. We appreciate it so much, and I will see you next time. Bye, everybody.